Welcome to this Supreme Commander game between Joes and Average Joes on the map Merida. Thanks to H-Master for sending me this replay. He thought that you should see this, and I think you also do. My name is Kenosis, and without any further ado, let's just dive into the action. And as you can see, it's at minute 11. At the beginning, people were just getting their islands, and I thought, well, let's just put it a little bit forward so we can actually dive into the action. And here we are. It's an air fight going down between our Krempel and Miles. I think that's right. It's because of the T2 gunships here. In the beginning, Kriskilla was sending bombers, so poor Miles had to make a lot of AA. I mean, this is a lot of AA, but kinda he had to. Then he was forced to send in his commander because Kriskilla was constantly sending mobile artillery. And well, I think you can see the difference now. It's a 20. That's right, it's a 20 mass difference. So the other side of the map, H-Master has constantly been fighting Sadnag. Man, that guy must have been sad all his life. Sadnag. Haha. Okay, let's just move on and forget that joke for the rest of our lives. Now it's a little bit, yes, retreated a little bit, and I think it's because of the T2 Tor bombers that Network has been sending. The other side of the map, Krempel has his own T2 Tor bombers. No air whatsoever from Emmer. Let's see where he is. He's still at T1, no, T2, so he's building his T2 power generator. He has another one here. He does have a lot of air staging facilities, but somehow his air is non-existent. Network does have a lot of T1 interceptors stationed at his Torp bombers here. A T2 tech destroyer from H-Master is pushing forward, raining all hell on that T1 frigate for Sadnag. Soon he will be forced to retreat if Jan's Torps don't come to the rescue. Miles, his base here is still in tatters. I mean, his core base is intact, but he had to build so much AA and tactical missile defenses. Is there a TML here? I'm wondering. I don't see any TML, so maybe it's just built in as a precaution, or maybe it's that Kriskilla already reclaimed it. Meantime, Esmo Noob is killing off these factories here. There's no naval for Krempel, and he had a few minutes ago. He also had Torp bombers. They are now stationed here. It's 2 Torp bombers. That's a nice mass field that Esmo Noob could utilize. I would immediately just make a transport, load in some NGs, and just drop them. Such an easy way to get mass fast. That's the way to go, guys. Just kill off factories, units, make a mass field, put your units on top of it and reclaim, and put that into more mass extractors or more units depending on what is needed. 2 players are on an upgrade. Sadnag is going T2. Miles is also going T2. Kriskilla doesn't have an upgrade. It's Emmer who's already on T3. I don't think that Krempel doesn't have an upgrade, and indeed he doesn't. Late upgrades, guys. And Network, not an upgrade at all. But think about it. If you're an air player, you shouldn't make T2 or T3 on your commander really fast. You should go for T2 or T3 as soon as you can, and that's what Jan has been doing. He's already building ASS. I think he absolutely needs it. to defend the torps that he had. They're gone now. I think maybe because of these cruisers. No, those are attack boats. So H-Master has been actually responding to the T2 retorp strategy for Jan. Jan responds by making ASFs, but then again, you know, against good cruiser work, in this case attack boat work, you well, you can't begin much. Let's see, so Emmer made T1 interceptors now. He's killing off the torp for Krempel. I think that Asmonoob will be very thankful. Slowly we're beginning to see a line over here. Krempel is pushing. Asmonoob is pushing. He's killing off this T2 mass extractor. We're beginning to see a mass difference. I was going to say, but then look at this. Still 100 mass differential. So thanks to what is that? Well, these maxes still aren't taken, so it's, Team 1 doesn't have it, but Team 2 doesn't have it too either. I see the difference. It's Jan at work, he's at 235. Then what is Emmer doing? I think he's assisting something. Just his factory. Let's see here. Does he have T3 maxes or not? No, he doesn't, so he's all T2. Then it must be Jan. He must be having T3 maxes, and that it is. So Jan is way ahead of Emmer. Where does that come from? Look at the difference. Oh my goodness. This is brutal. What has happened here? Well, for instance, Emmer does have a lot of power for just a T2 max setup. He only now just has T3 air. He's not even adjacent to his factory, so he could have been placing that power generator over here and it would have saved him power. And that's where Jan is also on top of Emmer. I mean, figuratively speaking, of course. He has more power. Also not adjacent, but oh well. He is on top when we're speaking mass. And I think that was a battle. No, that was a look at this, a Cybran destroyer that Emmer just sent in there without any air help, so that was not very smart. Just got torped to smithereens. Look at this, torpedo bombers from Krempel. Yeah, Janot works torps. Even Miles is making torps now. And they're just getting used for killing Asmonoob's navy. Asmonoob sending some T1 frigates over here, just around the edge. I'm just gonna make the game go a little bit faster sometimes. I think that will be good. It's frigates absolutely bumped to smithereens. Let's take a look at that. Just making a nice turn, that Tor bomber. Bullets AA flying through the air. Tor bombers diving, letting their bombs go. I mean, the game creators did a really good job there, don't you think? To make that look as real as possible. Still almost no air from Emmer. He's sending in now 4 ASFs. Jan is holding his ASFs back, so Emmer can just do what he wants. It's only now that Jan sends in his own ASFs. They are a little bit low on health though. Let's see what's happening. They're just flying past each other. Best micro ever. Emmer flies back, kills off actually nothing. I think he's just patrolling or something. It's, no, he just forgot about them, so they don't have commands there, I think. Let's see what Emmer is doing now. He has finished his second T3 power generator. Still, I was going to say that a little could use more build power, but he doesn't have the mass. I think. Let's see. It's still T2 mass. Yep. So he doesn't have the mass. Normally, you're sitting on T3 maxes now. At least if your enemy is not building a lot of ASFs. So, and I think that's what the game here is missing. It's more ASFs. But at least Jan can hang. Man, that's a mouthful. Jan is able to hang a little bit back because Emmer doesn't make ASFs. And that's been stopping this naval attack here. Still though, Esmo Noob is just going through with it. He kills off another max for H-Master, for Krempel. A ridiculous amount of torpedo bombers for Jan now. He has, he's assisting his factory really hard here. There's another one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are all T3 actually, so yeah, that's a lot of T2 Thor bombers that are coming out of the factory. In the meantime, Skilla sending in mobile light artillery. Esmo Noob has made more reinforcements out of his just, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, like 10 or 11 T1 naval factories. He's not at T3 yet. But then again, this has not been reclaimed. Oh, that's a mistake. He is reclaiming on this island trees, but he's not reclaiming this. And that's a drop full of NGs. While I'm saying it, he's taking the maxes. Okay, that's okay, but get the mass over here, make T3 maxes, go for T3 Navy, go for cruisers. There are no cruisers here, and Jennifer can just torp them to smithereens. Jan also making more ASFs now. Emmer has his own ASF force. He turns on radar or stealth. Let's see how he's doing. Yeah, he's prioritizing ASFs right now. I think that's what he should do. In the meantime, he's also building T3 maxes. Yeah, I think absolutely what he should do is make more ASFs. Protect this Navy force. And still building Thor bombers. Let's just forward a little bit more. There is a cruiser from Esmo Noob. He needs more. He absolutely needs more. That's a destroyer, I think. He should be building cruisers only now. Not only because of the constant Thor bombers that Jan sends in to kill them, but also to send in cruiser missiles right into the main base. Fritzkella's doing a good job with sending in light artillery, but you need the missiles to get over the hills. I think Siren crews are able to do that, aren't they? Or are they shooting in a straight line? Well, I'm not sure now. We will see in a moment. Emmer sends in his ASF force to kill some units for Milis. He's scouting now Janet's workers base, and as he's scouting, I think he's shitting his pants. Look at the absolute air grid here. Okay, it's not the air grid that you would normally see. Air grids normally are adjacent to power factor of the energy DP-gens. So that's costing him a lot of power, and here is an air battle. Let's zoom in on this. Hammer sends in ASFs against the air force of Janetwork. And Janetwork not only is in the majority for ASFs, he also makes the better turn and kills off the last ASFs that Hammer sends in. H-Master, in the meantime, has quite a decent naval force. Well, let's see how many T2 destroyers. 2, that's 4. Also has some shields. Those nice amphibious Elysiums. I mean, these things are very helpful. That's my experience when using Navy. Killing off some AT-1 torp launcher. And he should get added. Send in his units to kill off the naval factories here. Start killing off the build power for Setnag. Let's see how many power Setnag has. I think he doesn't even have T2 power. And couldn't H-Master send in his force and kill off maybe the half of the T1 power here? That should put Setnag into a nasty situation. Not sure. He's not overflowing much energy. Look at this, he's assisting and almost at 0. But then Janetwork sends in his ridiculously big torpedo bomber force. H-Master has much, well, quite much AA. Let's look at, he has 5 cruisers, he has 6 attack boats. That kills a lot of torpedo bombers, but Jan has so many. He's actually, he's prioritizing them, so I think, just click them and then, what is it, guys, the spread attack move, is it Ctrl-Shift-G? I never seem to remember that. I'm just hitting the keyboard and then it just magically appears. Oh man, he sends in even more. And if the cruisers die here, that navy for H-Master will absolutely be doomed. Milas now retreated his upgraded T2 upgraded and rover upgraded commander into the deeper end of the pond here. Just some precaution, I think. Not sure why, he's doing quite well. Maybe just to be certain. He just doesn't want to be surprised by a T3 Revenant bomber strike, I think, for Cybrins. So easy when you're Cybrin to build 6 or 7 bombers. Just send them side of the map, the part of the map that is yours. Look at this. This Krempel is would be an easy target. 3 bombers, Cybrin bombers would absolutely kill them. Then again, and that's what I've been saying longer, many players don't seem to like the strategy. I mean, it's, sniping sometimes is a little bit easy, too easy maybe. And at least now we're getting to see a naval battle, air battle, a battle with torpedo bombers. Let's see how this goes. What is it? Oh, he's retreating them. Not sure why. This is why. A few superiority fighters. I think Janneberg should be way more aggressive with his air. He has so many ASFs. He could just obliterate this force, send the torpedo bombers in, take care of H-Master's force here. He could even just scout this, then he would see H-Master's commander here, take his commander out with torps. Maybe if that shouldn't work, he could immediately just send them to the naval factories here, kill off all the factories, and no more navy for H-Master. And this is why he's not sending it here. He's sending his torps to Asmo Noob. And but this way you could say that Janneberg is absolutely doing good work. He is, I mean, the second team, Team 2, has been pushing since the beginning. H-Master from this side, Asmo Noob from this side. Janneberg very soon, early in the game, began pushing out T2 patrol bombers by the minute, more by the minute, immediately. I mean, he also was at T3 matrix reactors very soon, has a decent ASF force now, and well, Emma just what the actual, look at this, he's making a Scathis. Well, I'm wondering if this ever gets finished. Whoa, wow, this is awesome. Well, it's not your average. I think that's not a choice I expected. I think he, to play safe, should put the mass into making more ASFs. In his teammates' force, absolutely still getting destroyed by the torpedo bombers. He does have some ASFs now, and he does kill some torpedo bombers. And Jan is not even watching. But still, we get at a ASF force of 200, or I mean a difference of 200, and when you have the advantage, Emmer, let the other players just do the work. I mean, Asmo Noob is on top of Krampel's base, H-Master has been on top of Sadnek. Again, figuratively speaking, the whole game. And without the torpedo bomber force here, they, I think they would have won. Some cruisers now for Kriskilla. They've been doing some good work. Krampel has been forced to make tactical missile defenses. You gotta give it to the guy, he's still holding on. A 1400 player, but under attack now, or with no attack by, thank you, attack by 2 players. Janneberg is going for more mass. He has almost has res, well actually in 2.5 minutes on his commander, and now he is sending his force to H-Master's base. Let's see if Sadnek in the meantime made more power. Don't think he has. Still building with T1 power generators. He does have more energy somehow, but it's overflow. That's the overflow from, I think, Jan. Let's see, Jan is at 27k. And this way Sadnek thinks, well, I'm just prioritizing building naval. He does have a T3 naval factory now. Meantime, the naval force for Skilla is ever growing. He's also sending in fighter bombers. Nothas! This is gonna be nice, I think. A D3 shield generator building, but it's not ready in time. Skill ascending is not that skills of the TMDs. You also need to kill these ones. Will the power generator be ready in time? No, it gets destroyed. And now the missiles from the cruisers. Look at this, how many he's got. Ever becoming more. Krempel is upgrading his commander. Will he be forced to cancel it? Oh man. And there Krempel's commander under attack from Chryskilla's cruisers. I mean, if he is standing there for 30 seconds more, he's dead and cancels his upgrade. And that will be, I think we're safe to say that Krempel's base, still a SMD here. It's loading. He loses that. That is costly. He loses those two power generators. That's also costly. This seems to spell doom for Team 1. Esmo Noob has his mind elsewhere and in the meantime, so he been giving the stick to his teammates. We're doing a good job with Navy right now. Still, he could send his little naval force over here, kill some T1 mexes, kill this factory here. Yan would be forced to send some of his torpedo bombers also to the right. Just keep pushing. Still, look at this ridiculous amount of mass just lying in wait to be reclaimed. Absolutely horrendous. So much mass. And maybe that's the difference between a 1400 and 1000. I'm not sure. Or maybe Esmonoob is just as having been having a lazy day. I'm also having those days sometime, but Krempel is, H-Master is reclaiming this, and that's why he has been able to hold against not only the T2 torpedo bombers for Yan at work, but now also his little but still naval force that is protecting Satnag. What a game. Till now I think, well, it's Joe's, yes, average Joes, and sometimes they don't make the best choices, but there's so much to be learned when you look at this. That's what I've learned in my 4 years of playing FAF. I've been playing it 6 years before that, Team Commander, but not online. But I mean, look at these games. So much to be learned. What players do and actually not do, and that's why they're sometimes able to hold on or not hold on. So let's see how actually our T2 air player is doing with his Scathis. It's at 600 HP. I think he's only building it with 2 engineers, T3 engineers now. He is prioritizing his ASF build, so that's a good choice. It's replenishing his ASF force. Let's see how much that is. That's 84. I think he needs more. Yan does have way more. That's a difference of 30, I think. Need a little civil water there. Okay, a defense satellite for Yan has been going down. Being sent straight to the back, so it seems. Or will it kill Miles' base? Miles must have a weak spot here. It's also being pinged by someone. Just take out the build power. take out the engineers, take out the canal. If Miles would be fast, he could build a fast T2 shield here and there so that he wouldn't lose his airbase, but still could do some bad damage. But Jan is not watching or not caring, he's sending it. Oh, and there's the air battle. Let's see how that goes. Air battle between Emmer and Jan at work. And Jan is getting, I think, the upper hand. No, it's now Emmer who's behind Jan. Oh, that's a bad move. Yeah, I think... What are they doing? This is not micro. They're making move commands from flying from the one side to the map to the other. It's actually now Emmer who is behind Jan. No, you should be faster, Emmer. I mean, click, 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 click. It's Asmo Noob also has superiority fighters, and Jan actually loses here. I mean, oh man. This is just, my toes are curled in my shoes. And Emmer doesn't wait a second. He sends in his, hello, come on, no, don't go back. Send in your ASS, kill the freaking bombers here. No, he doesn't. He is elsewhere with his head. And I think this is it. The defense satellite for Jan is hovering above his base. He needs to build shields. Oh man, I remember this. The feeling of being overwhelmed when everything at the same time seems to be going on and just not. Actually, the feeling of having to split yourself up, being at two spots in the map and the game at the same time, and a T3 reactor goes down, taking out some hives. Still, that's it for now. Immediately, Emmer builds another shield. Scathis is gaining health by the minute. So I think it's now done for a 10. And Jan escapes with his torpedo bombers. Yeah, Emmer could have absolutely been destroying this whole torpedo force. Oh my goodness, look at this. What happened to H-Master's naval force? Well, you can't blame him. It's the torpedo force has been doing good work for Satnag. Now the naval factories for H-Master go down, at least the last one. And now he's without naval factories. Let's see what he will be start doing now. He is making shields. He's digging in. And that's, well, the lucky part. I mean, quite well protected against naval, except for Seraphim cruiser missiles and that kind of stuff. The island, Rebels Island, is just totally, well, empty. Again, a lot of mass lying here. Some mass has been reclaimed. That's what Emmer has been sending. He's sending another drop here. He needs that for his scathies. Look at the torpedo bomber force. Actually, absolutely destroying Asmo noobs. Or still, no, what is it? It's hovering here. It's waiting for commands and then I think deciding on itself to kill another unit. Then it's they're flying in a stream straight into the main cruiser force. Would be good to prioritize those. Oh my, yeah, these are a lot of cruisers, and actually this is the way to go against torpedo bombers. Let's see what happens. Jan is sending in, what is it, 15, 20 against 10 or so cruisers, 10 or 15 cruisers. Look at this. They, well, they don't get to live another day. And that was Jan's torpedo force. It's gone now. Krempel's answer is to make T1 attack submarines. I'm going to let this game go a little bit faster, just turn up the speed a little notch. The game's going a little bit still there. It's Emmer now at 1k, above the 1k mark. Again still making ASFs, I think. Let's see what he's been doing. Another Novex center system. Yeah, he's also still prioritizing ASF, building ASFs. So it's ASFs and Novex for him. Krempel is on a commander upgrade. Sadnag has surrounded H-Master's Island together with Janotworks Tiger Sharks. And that's interesting. I'm looking forward to the game slider, but it doesn't go any faster than +1, so that means either there are a lot of units in this game, and I think it is, or my computer is getting a little slow. Not the computer expert, so you tell me. Asmonoob sends in his battleship with the rest of his force, and actually what now is missing is destroyers. These destroyers are at front here destroying the factories, but they should be destroying submarines. It's now the cruisers that are under attack. It's never good. So now that Asmonoob finally is up to enough cruiser production to kill Janotworks torpedo bombers, he doesn't have enough destroyers, and indeed it's very difficult to get a good mix that you think that will work in a game. It needs constant attention and fine-tuning. Let's see how the Novex has been doing. Work in Amherst base. It has skill of 3 maxes, and Emmer has been forced into building shields and reinforcing them. I mean upgrading them into the EDF5 shield generators. Let's see what's happening here. And Miles is ridiculously close to the edge of the water. Man just finished the shield. Please, I think you could finish that. And he doesn't. Asmonoob sends in his destroyers. Janotwork just flips a switch and makes like 20 torps in 2 seconds. And just laughs at Asmonoob by killing off his 3 low health destroyers. Jan, in the meantime, has been making a few bombers. Just doing nothing here. That's a shame. Sadnag pushing all the way here. Now under attack from Priskila's units. Emmer sends in his own torp bombers after the after the battleship. That will get the battleship little bit lower on health, but not way enough. Skilla sends in his own torps. Together they are still holding on. H-Master still has his own little naval force. I think he made... No, he doesn't. He didn't make any more naval. He just is sitting on top of it all the time. And look at the dig-in that he's been doing. Making ridiculous amounts of artillery installations. That is the way to go. You want to keep a naval force at base. Make RTs. Dig in, make RTs. Esmo Noob sending his own ASFs together with Jan at... What is happening here? Why is Jan here? Is he doing something crazy? I don't see anything. It's, okay, he's sending in T2 gunships. I think he just wanted to kill the broadswords here. Someone found out and they killed it. Literally. The Scathis is now at 2k. Oh, he has been building that in the beginning with 2 engineers. Now with a bit more. A few engineering stations are also assisting it. See how they're doing on reclaim. Okay, so Emmer actually reclaimed something here. But look at this again, look at this. So much mass. And it's not being reclaimed. Oh man. How much energy? I mean, APM does it cost to make some drops, make some T1 engineers, or just use these engineers to make, you know, make naval factories, build a T1 land factory here, just let it build endless engineers, patrol it, a little bit of work, but not much, and free mass for the next 10 minutes or so, streaming in steadily. That is something you learn how to do that. It absolutely pays off. Or again, maybe Emmer is just had a bad day, just being lazy. Also nice sometimes, just building something instead of being active in Supreme Commander. Sometimes people will actually shout it out. Mason Noob in a game a few weeks ago said right at the start of his game, "I'm just going telemaser. Don't bother me with anything else." And that's what he did. Sometimes it's just lovely to play SimCity, isn't it? Okay, so let's see. Jan at work. This thing is down. Not sure why. Maybe it's from the little naval push that Esmo Noob pulled off like a quarter, 50 minutes ago. Miele is still alive. Finally finished this shield. No, actually, this is a different shield. So you remember that he made a T3 shield, which was almost finished, and then he walked away with his big UEF T3 rover upgraded commander. Quite hilarious. Then again, these things happen. 3 battleships for Esmo Noob shooting at a battle cruiser, which now is forced to retreat. And some attack submarines. Krempel has just been sending them into the soft spots. And it's not many units, but they're oh so irritating. And finally, look at this. This is a decent destroyer force. Still now, Esmo Noob is low on cruises, so if Jan now decides to make 100 torps again, he will absolutely, I think, lose this force. I'm wondering, does he actually have a naval build queue, or is he just building? Oh, he actually does have one, but maybe I would put battleship, make some cruisers, make some destroyers, make a nice mix. Yeah, that work now has 2 defense satellites ready. And look at this, he's killing build power. This is what I like to see. Kill build power, make it hard for your enemy to pump out units. Get that defense satellites into the spots that are open. Easy to kill. Or just use some bombers to, I don't know, kill some shields. Together with the defense satellites. Esmo Noob still pushing these destroyers on front of his naval force. The battleships now behind it, as it should. And battleships trying to shoot over this little hill here. But that's not happening. No, you need cruisers for that. And look at the absolute ridiculous amount of TMD that Miles had to build here to counter the cruiser attack. Miles himself, with his battlecruiser under heavily shielded, well, it's a heavily shielded naval force, together with cruisers and shield boats. I see here, this is his naval factory HQ. It's he's using rovers to build units out of there. And yes, Miles is indeed reclaiming. That's what I like to see. I think Satnag may also be doing that. So there has been reclaimed a lot here. Then again, this is in firm possession of Team 1. Its naval force for Kriskilla, though, could, well, go around. I mean, quite some cruisers and T3 submarine hunters. Absolutely, you should use that to kill, well, torpedo boats. What is it? T1 frigates. Yeah, I think you could kill this force over here. Now the battleship for Esmonoob under attack. I think that will go down if they're not careful. And Kriskilla notices it. He sends in his force. Yeah, that works. Still attacking, hammers his base, not getting through the shields. Emmer, in the meantime, has built his scath. He is up to a 50% health. Still these guys going on. I mean, Miles sent his battlecruiser a little bit forth. Shield boats have lost their, what is it? I was going to say mana, but this is not League of Legends. I mean shields, energy for the shields. So and now some shells for the battleships are actually hitting cruisers, so be careful. Again, Janet works sending a whole load of T1 attack submarines in one group at Esmonoob's army. What is this commander doing? Is he reclaiming? to be reclaiming. Yes, it is. It's going for this big battleship wreck here. So, and I think somebody's doing the same over here. No, he isn't. This is just a move order. Could use a reclaim order. Still, he has been reclaiming what he can get out of the water and puts it into, look at this, now it's going very fast. That's over 60%, and a few minutes ago it was 50%, so I think Jan needs to get to work. Not sure what he's doing now. It's T2 gunships. He's building T2 gunship as a lot of Air Force, ASFs. That must be, he's in the majority. He does have 6 SMDs. Missiles loaded. That's a little much. It's better to build another SMD and just let that load slowly than load 6 missiles. He's also prioritizing it. I think he just forgot about it. Must be. Emmer in the meantime is scouting Janotworks base again. He now has 1, 2, and he's building a third one, which is almost at 60%, so soon he will have 3 satellites. And with those gunships he's trying to kill the battleship, but Emmer notices it and he sends in his ASFs. Again, Jan is too late. He should have been patrolling just in front of it. That's better. Just scare off the enemy. And now he is... Yes, now he's... Well, that's going to end in favor of Team 1 for sure. Look at this. A move order that way, move order that way. Should be click, 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 click. Much more faster clicking. I think he's doing other things. He has his head more in the base here, over here. He's so many ASFs. He's just sends them in, and well, I'm saying that, but these are still doing nothing. Come on, Emmer. Use it to kill the last gunships. Janotwork let you go, so make use of it. And there we go. 5 ASF left. They still manage to kill some gunships. Now Miles also has quite some ASFs. It's more than Emmer has. So big air advantage for Team 1. And look at this push here. Sadnag sends in torpedo boats, attack submarines. Kriskilla is in pursuit. But Emmer has built so many ambush torpedoes here that they won't get very far. He's also, oh man, his Scathis is now over 80% built. They're not doing something, he's going to finish that. Krempel now sending a lot of T2 torp bombers to finish those, by cruiser unescorted destroyers, to sink them to the bottom of the sea. They will manage. This game has absolutely been going on and forth the whole time. Kriskilla building a lot of AA here, but doesn't have taken the maxes, or maybe it did, but again it got taken down by Krempel's cruisers here. Look at the mass lying here. It's incredible. Emmer now doing a decent job of reclaiming here. Absolutely, that's why he built that Scathis so fast. But he could have been finishing it a while ago if he would have been reclaiming earlier. That's what I think. H-Master has still been confined to his base. He is still sitting on a lot of artillery, which is still shooting, and that's what is holding Sadnax, his navy, back. So a very good job. And look at this, Janetwork sending in his strategic bombers that he has been making that I missed. And look at this, aiming right at H-Master's commander, and it connects at the shields. Some bombs fall right beside him. He loses his armor. 3-2 more connect, and he's out of the game. H-Master has been defeated by Janetwork, but Janetwork keeps most of his bombers. He is sitting on 14. And where is he sending them? He is sending them to the Scathis. That is the right thing to do. Just clear out the air here and send the bombers to the Scathis. There are some SAMs here, but he could just go around it. Oh my goodness. This action here is very great. Come on, he is being pinged now. No, don't send away your air. He still has ASFs. Oh my goodness. Janetwork making a crucial mistake here. Emmer, sitting on some SAMs, sending in his air force, is going to kill some bombers here. Jan sends them back, but as he sends them back, he sends them right over the SAMs, and the SAMs take out another 2 or 3. In the meantime, Jan now sends forth his ASFs, but loses another 3. He keeps 5 or 6 bombers, and they release their bombs on the Scathis, and then just get obliterated. 1 or 2 shields give in. A satellite for Jan is also assisting in killing it, and the shield goes down. He is... No. Kill this power here, man. You need to kill the power. Oh my goodness, this is terrible. It's 100 HP. If he kills this, maybe there's a chain reaction, I'm not sure, but oh my goodness. Now Emmer is assisting his shields with everything he has, repairing it, upgrading it, and he manages to keep onto the power generator. A SAT kills a satellite, a shield, another one. The Scathis is done. On the first volley is hitting Jan's base, which is absolutely not protected. What a carnage. Oh my goodness. Miles sends in his heavy gunships and his own air force. There are no ASF now for Emmer whatsoever. Come on, Jan. He should be just patrolling his air force over here. Just make the sky go dark. Make sure AA is shooting at ASFs and not at gunships. Maybe it protects them, but these things are so strong. Then again, he's assisting his shield so hard, Emmer. And he's going to hold on. He upgrades his shield to ED5. Only 3 gunships left. The last 2 die. 1 is left. This one also dies. And this is, well, the end of this attack. This is the end of this attack. Some satellites still trying to do something, but it's over. In the meantime, absolute carnage happening in Janetwork's base. Look at these, he's still holding on to 2 satellites. But that's it. A lot of torpedo bombers escorting this force for Sadnag. Jan is still sitting on the ambush systems, and Kriskilla is hiding behind the hill here. And what was that? that was a support commander. So shields down for Jan. He's his one Novax is at 50%. This one, luckily for him, is built on the end of the island. And surely the next volley will take care of that satellite. Now, if this would have been the old times, like 4 years ago or 6, I'm not sure, you could just hover a satellite above somebody's base, and when the Novax center got killed off, or you could just controcate the satellite, then the satellite would fall out of the sky and absolutely destroy the base, just like the Tsar still does. But they patched that out a certain year, because people would do that quite sometimes, I think. So Jan escorting now the torpedo bomber rush, and Satnag has now killed off Riskila's forces. Only 6 frigates left. Emma's own destroyers and cruisers will be next, and then the ambushing systems. Look at the ridiculous range that the ambushing system has. It's so dangerous. In the meantime, in the other base, it's now Mila's base that is under attack by the Scathis. Heavily shielded. And just going at it. Emmer, he retreated his commander from the water. Oh my goodness. Look at how many torps. I think he could have just torped them to death. Mila's sending in another force of broadswords. No air escort this time, and Emmer does have like 20 ASF. He sends them in and immediately kills 3 or 4. That is a pity, but the shields are so strong. Emmer now. Jan is sending in his satellites, or the remaining satellite, using it to try to kill this shield. I think 5 or 6 broadswords left, and finally Jan is coming in with his own air force. It's a little bit late. And one lonely broadsword comes. Look at that! Actually rebounces off from the shield. So the wreck bounces off from the shield. That's funny to see. Nothing happens. Emmer withstands the attack. It's now Satnag's base, which is under attack. But there's not much here. I think it was T1, still T1 power generators. He's only now, oh no, he's building a missile launcher. Still no T2, oh no wait, T3, so he has one here. It's connected to a SMD. Well, that won't help against a Scathis. Now Esmo Noob is pushing. So he has regrouped. He's also pushing on that side. And I think that was Jan's commander. Jan controcates. When he had the air advantage and like 20 T3 bombers after he killed H-Master, he sent back his air force. He should have sent them straight in, and maybe he could have killed the Scathis over there. The battleship finishes as the factory dies. And, well, now the commander of Satnag explodes in a big ball of fire thanks to these destroyers. Poor little battleship. Never got to see light of day.